Hi, I'm Marcus. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Neurolinking. This channel is dedicated to helping you get the most out of your life by having a better understanding about how your mind works and how that links through into every other part of your life. When you start taking the time to learn about how to take control of your memory, your emotions, and your thinking by having a better awareness, a better understanding and control of how your mind works, you start realizing that links through to helping you improve your relationships, your finances, your health, your happiness, everything. It's all linked. So when you start focusing on improving your leadership skills, your communication skills, your time management skills, you very quickly find that relates and improves every other part of your life. It helps you to influence other people. It helps you to learn to motivate yourself. Whatever it is that drives you, you can start tuning into that, making sure that you have the energy, focusing on the energy, learning how you spend your time, your money. Your energy really is the key to finding out what your priorities are in life. And when you start living and focusing on those priorities, you start having more energy, you start feeling more alive, you start striving to do more for yourself and for the people that you love. So learning to take control of your memory through the understanding of your mind really is one very key principle to help you improve every other area of your life. And whether you're reading books, watching DVDs or videos, or going to seminars, having an understanding about how your memory works and improving the way your memory works and improving the understanding of your memory really is the key to the number one way to start improving every area of your life. So understanding that the mind works by linking information, being able to focus on what you're linking and how you're linking it really starts allowing you to take control of what you remember, of the things you recall. So learning some of these basic techniques, these memory techniques that everyone's teaching, whether it be the story method, where if you need to remember 10 things on a shopping list, you create a little story. It helps you to remember a timeline story that helps you to recall that information. Very basic ideas. Whether you come up with some encoding system where if you're trying to remember a certain series of numbers and you have an image for each number, so that you then put the numbers, the images in an order so that you remember these numbers, or whether you're using the loci method where you're putting certain items in rooms in a memory palace, in a memory house that you can remember later on, that when you're walking through, you can walk through the house, go into each room and remember those products, those items. These are memory tricks, memory techniques that do work, but they not too many people use them on an everyday basis. But having a better understanding about how your mind works, how you link information when you're focusing on things, learning to have good routines, learning to write things down and remembering where you've written them and that you do write them, whether it be your diary or a smartphone, an organizer. These are the more important things that will help you to take control of the things that you need to remember. But having an understanding that when you're dealing with people, trying to remember people's names, it comes about by focusing on that thing at the time and linking it to something else that is important. If you meet somebody and their name's David and your brother's name's David, and if you link that connection, that person has a connection with your brother, there's more chance that you're going to remember that person's name. That's the same with many things, even addresses. You know, if someone has an address and that address is similar to something else that you know already, if you can make some sort of link between those two things, you have more chance of recalling that at a later stage. This linking principle, this linking process is really the key to taking control of your memory, having a better understanding about how your memory works, and doing the individual things for you so that you remember the things that are important to you. And it comes even down to emotional memories. You know, when something happens in life, an experience, some people take away a negative memory, some people take away a positive memory. That's an attitude thing. That's the way you see life. And when you start taking control of the way you remember certain situations, good or bad, you start taking away the lesson, an important lesson from that situation that you can use as a lesson for that experience. It can help you in the future making decisions if you come across the same situation, whether it be dealing with negative people, whether it be dealing with aggressive people, whether dealing with situations where people are stressed. Learning the lesson from a life experience is the key to having better control of it in the future. So don't try to avoid these situations. Obviously avoid violence, but if there's a bit of conflict, learn from it and find out what that person is trying to convey and how you can connect to that person in your own way, relating it to it, linking the information to them in a way that they understand, that they accept, and using that experience to help you to communicate with other people effectively. A lot of communication obviously is just the day-to-day, hi, how are you? But there are times when you need to tell people what to do, and there are times when people need to give you information. So the way you relate and communicate to people really is a very fundamental principle, a very fundamental skill that needs to be focused on, improved, understood. And different people need different types of techniques to communicate with them. You know, if they're aggressive people, you need to be aware of that. If they people that aren't focused, don't give you the attention, they're not going to remember what you say. You need to make sure you lock that information in their mind by doing something that makes them focus and give that the attention, whether you use words, whether it's gestures, whatever it is, examples that are important to them. The key to communication is making sure that they remember what you said. If they don't remember what you said, then they may as well not you may as well not have had that conversation. The key to remembering things is to make sure that there is something strong, whether it be repetition, whether it be exaggeration, whether it be related to something that is very important to the other person. These things are the keys to making sure that whatever you say to people is remembered, and making sure that you are in tune with how the memory works. So reading some books from memory improvement, reading books about psychology, these books will help you to have an understanding about how your own mind works. And when you really figure that out, you'll start having a better understanding about how other people think, how other people feel, and what they focus on and what they remember. And these skills flow through, like I said, into every other part of your life. So take the time to learn more about how your mind works, more about psychology, and you'll find that you'll have a better understanding about who you are and where you're going in life, and also about other people and what they want out of life. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.